What's going on, everybody? Evan here with Evan's Detailing and Polishing. Yep, I'm dressed like an idiot. I got a GoPro here, a GoPro here, a GoPro there. Why? Why? I'm trying to do stuff for you guys. Hopefully this stuff works. This one ought to get a really cool angle and a really cool view. This one's gonna get a really unique view. And if you guys have seen some of my old videos, I've actually strapped some GoPros to a grinder. I've also got a GoPro over here that's gonna hopefully catch another angle. This video is probably gonna get a little long, but on Instagram and Facebook the other day, I posted up a picture with 3 different panels. Those 3 different panels are 3 completely different things. What do you think they are? So I say this video is going to get kind of long, only because I'm going to have to show a couple different angles and a couple different views to explain exactly what I'm getting at. Alright, I hope this helps. I hope this makes sense. This next section that we're going to do, you're going to see 3 different angles, 3 different views, and I'm going to show them from the ultimate different views, and hopefully each one of them will make more sense by the end of the video. I really hope it helps. Stay tuned. Try and muscle through this video. I know a lot of you guys do because you guys are trying to learn something, and I appreciate that. This is getting into a little bit more basic stuff that I teach in my course. One of the first things I teach is pressure and technique, and this here is just going to break it down that yes, pressure and technique does matter some, but it doesn't make the end of the world. You have to have it right in order for it to be right. So stay tuned, enjoy these goofy angles, and have fun. Can't wait to show you guys. Follow me. All right, so now that you saw the whole process, these are 3 completely different sections. Now, if you watched closely in the video, you'll notice this first section was light pressure, this middle section was medium pressure, and this right section here is heavy, heavy pressure. Now, I want to stress to everybody that this is a personal preference deal. It doesn't matter if you polish light or if you polish heavy. Your overlap and your technique is what really matters. So if you paid attention in the light section here, my overlap was really tight and I had to make sure that the pad touched every section of this. Like I said, personal preference. You see, I only touched compound one time to show you guys how far I got. As you'll see, this light pressure section is the smallest section. Okay, it's very small. I used the same amount of compound in all 3 spots, but this one got the smallest section. All right, now that makes sense for a business, but as somebody that's just doing their own stuff, does the product really matter a whole lot? It's not all that expensive to do the product, so it's not the end of the world. But for somebody like myself that has 3 or 4 trucks in their shop out every day, I want to try to find something that'll maximize my product usage or minimize my product usage as it should be. But what you will notice is this first section has a lot less hash marks. Why? Because we're creating less friction with the buff. I moved slower and let it build up heat still so that it'll polish, but it created less friction. All right. Now this middle section, as you can see, it's the tallest. This is where I live, is this middle section. I use a medium amount of pressure. I can cover the maximum amount of distance. As you saw, if you were watching closely in the video, you saw that I was moving rather quick, because I was building up heat with the 6,000 RPM, of course, our GA7021. We moved very quickly. I got the most amount of work done, and I used the least amount of product. So I covered this whole entire section with not a lot of product. And still minimal hash. And I'll show you in a minute. We're going to color all three of these sections. I'm going to show you that you can make all three of these sections look exactly the same. But now on this last section I did, this one here, you can see it's kind of just barely above what the light stuff was. The pattern isn't a whole lot better. I try to stay away from heavy pressure. Yes, heavy pressure will build up more heat. Like right now I can feel the heat way up here, whereas right here my heat line is really tight to where the polish was, and here there's no heat line at all. It's actually non-existent. I mean, we've been a little while since we've cut it now, but this one over here I can still feel heat in it. But this one, the excess heat and the excess pressure, that pressure will actually tear your grinders up on the inside. You're going to build up a bunch of heat. You're going to burn out your bearings, burn out your brushes, all that stuff way faster when you're putting a ton of pressure on. The GA7021 and other Makitas and DeWalts are usually 7-inch or 9-inch grinders. It means they are set up for 9-inch or 7-inch grinding. And grinding doesn't seem to be as bad, in my personal opinion, or as rough a wear and tear on a grinder as a polishing process is, because now you've got fabric, all that extra friction, all that extra grip. Buffs will tear these things up way faster. So what I want you to realize is I'm going to cut together another chunk of the video here with the same 3 angles to show you that I'm going to color them all out, and then at the end I'm going to show you that they should all look relatively the same. Now notice when I'm doing it that I'm going to keep the same color pressure on all 3. I'm not going to go light, medium, and heavy on my color pressure. I only went light, medium, and heavy on my cut. Now my color, why am I not going to do light, medium, and heavy? Because I don't want heavy. Heavy is going to create excess friction, and I don't want excess friction on my color. In my color, I want it nice and soft and crisp, and I want it to be a nice finish. So watch this chunk of the video and watch me color it out, and watch how nicely it comes out as we're doing it. Pay attention. Alright, so now what you saw was 3 colorings on 3 different pressures. The coloring was the same pressure all the way across. And the GoPro video doesn't really show exactly how great it looks in person. Of course, I got LED lights in my shop because I like to tear my work apart. And if you can make it look great underneath LED or halogen, it's gonna look flawless outside. So my shop isn't really the greatest. It's great for doing videos, but not so great for highlighting your work. And like I said, this isn't show quality polishing. This is just demonstration work here. This is what I would do on just everyday road trucks or anybody that comes through the shop that wants a good shine, but doesn't want to spend tens of thousands of dollars. I'm just kidding. We're not tens of thousands of dollars. Most of you know we're really freaking cheap. But these right here are all colored out. They all look exactly the same if you look at them here in person. And anybody that's come and done my training course, you have seen it done in person. And most of you can attest to that that's just exactly how it looks. But I just wanted to show you guys that you can color them all out the same. I don't care if you have light pressure, medium pressure, or heavy pressure. Everybody always asks me how much pressure do I need. I don't know. I didn't put a pressurometer on it, and it's a made-up word, by the way. Didn't put a pressurometer on it to see how much exact pressure I'm going to put on it. And if I tell you I put 10 pounds of pressure on, how do you know you're putting 10 pounds of pressure on? There isn't a way to gauge that. So I hope this helps. I really hope it does. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this breaks up a lot of confusion. I got a feeling it's going to create some more confusion. It's going to create a whole lot more messages in my inbox. But nonetheless, I still try to answer them all. So thank you. I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching these videos. I hope you guys watch more. Stay tuned.